They'll be in the top 8 as well with Todd Anderson. You see Jim Davis is currently up a game over Aintrazi, and Aintrazi has the things that are worse for coverage than white-bordered lands.
You can't see what these cards are.
No.
And the real dagger here is that in real life, these are some of the prettiest cards that you can own.
So I think that's a Jace. I think. Yeah, there's 2 Jaces. One is flipped, one isn't.
Perfect.
Nice. So there's a Jace Telepath Unbound with 2 counters, and there's a Jace Prince Prodigy with no counter. Or that obviously has no counters. So.
And these are from San Diego Comic-Con.
Yes.
Yep.
They're from people who don't care about coverage. I just want to know what the cards do. They're also like $600 or something ridiculous.
When a foreign foil Jace isn't enough for you,
yes,
go chasing after some of these.
Absolutely. To Aintrazi we go. Number 15 on our SCG Tour leaderboard right now. Came to this tournament with 2 buys. He is playing Esper Dragons, very close to what Shaheen Soorani actually played this weekend. Shaheen, the Esper Dragons master, not a very successful weekend, but his good friend Ali is doing just fine, though he is down a game right now to the 2015 Players Champion.
And we're right in the thick of it in this game. Both players have a lot of cards still in their hands, a lot of lands in play, some permanents. There's a lot going on here. Looks like a Languish was already flashed back once in this game.
For Aintrazi, it looks like he's down to 4 now. Let's see what this is going to be. Looks like a Dragonlord Ojutai, and it is. And Jace is going to tick up. Going to slow down Sylvan Advocate. Going to turn into a 2-power creature. And now here's a Jace activation. Draw and discard means that Jace will bite the dust. It'll go up to 6. Now the Sylvan Advocate is a 0-power creature.
And Jim has the option of forcing his opponent to trade the Dragonlord Ojutai with the Lumbering Falls here if he wants to. It'll tie up most of his mana for the turn, but it'll get that dragon off of the board right away.
Jim going to start by activating Jace. Going to discard a Jace, so it'll transform.
Yep, and he also has Collected Company in his graveyard, so there's just a ton of options for what he can do with his mana.
Jim taking a look to see what's in the graveyard. There's a Grasp of Darkness down there that appears to be the only real relevant thing that he's concerned about. And you mentioned Lumbering Falls, by the way, 2 of them out there.
Yeah. And when we've watched this Banned Company deck, there are very few games where it's run out of gas. It just always seems to have more things to do.
Yeah, between Jace recasting Eclectic Company, the Lumbering Falls going active, Tireless Tracker, which we saw from Jim earlier on the weekend, as here's an activation of Lumbering Falls. Going to attack Ali, I have to imagine.
Yeah.
Yep, and Dragonlord Ojutai is going to have to trade with that. The follow-up here for Davis might just be another Jace. And it appears that's the case along with the Evolving Wilds and a passing of the turn. So Jim will sacrifice the Evolving Wilds right away, get this game moving and grooving, as Aintrazi will draw a Swamp. He's also got a Shambling Vent in hand. Doesn't appear as though Ali has a lot of action right now.
Yeah, Jim's turn didn't seem spectacular, but getting that dragon off of the board was huge. It opens up all of his other creatures to attack, and without much other action, Ali needed that dragon to start churning through some cards. And we're in that situation where even another Languish isn't going to be very high impact on this board. Sylvan Advocate lives through it. The creature land is waiting to be brought to life again, you know.
This is a classic. This feels like a classic case with Languish, where it's good, but it's not good enough. Now, Runa's Path, that's helpful.
Yeah, but what we've seen out of the metagame, you almost have to play the Languishes. There's been a lot of super aggressive white human style decks where you're forced to play that card.
That's our most played deck.
Yeah.
On day number 2. Jim will take a look at the graveyard yet again. Now, Ali has left a lot of lands up here. And you see what Jim going to take a look at the lands.
He's just trying to make a mess out of his opponent's side of the board.
He's doing a pretty good job. For Davis, he's going to tick down Jace. It looks like it might be Collected Company time. But he's going to start by ticking down Jace. We'll figure out what Jace targeted with the tick down. And now he'll activate the new Jace. And he did target Collected Company in the graveyard. So we want a confirmation on that. Now we do have it.
And with a land and another company in his hand, he can cast both of these collected companies, but he's going to target a negate with the next Jace to ensure that the first one's going to resolve.
All right, so company and negate have been targeted, and now here's company. And it looks like that's going to resolve. So top 6 here for Jim Davis. And those are hits.
Oh, yeah.
Bounding Crassus, Den Protector. Those count.
They're not the all-stars that he wanted to see, but when your opponent's at 4 and has not a lot of action going on,
You just want more stuff.
you just want more stuff.
Yep. Aintrazi will draw a card.
Your standings and pairings are going to be posted very soon. Please make your way to the pairing stands.
Ali going to cash in his Jace. Going to go with Grasp of Darkness. It appears. Well, there goes Bounding Crassus. Let's see what the follow-up is here. He's got Obnixilus. Okay.
They're temporary solutions. There's still Lumbering Falls on the opponent's side.
Yeah.
And we know that Jim's got another collected company in his hand.
Yep. Obnixilus will take care of that. There's a land for the turn. It'll be an island, maybe. There we go.
Yes, no, yes, no, yes. Ah, there it is.
Yeah, I'm curious if Jim wants to go for company now or not. Wow, he's going to hold off?
Very conservative.
Wow. I am truly shocked. Because now you know Ali has an island in his hand, so you know he's only got 1 card of relevance.
Yeah.
I'm shocked not to see him cast it. I understand not wanting to get dinged by Slumgar Scorn for 1,
Yes.
but whew, maybe Jim knows about the card that's in his hand and we don't.
Land, casting it on the end step frees up your mana to activate the Lumbering Falls on the next turn.
Yeah.
So if you cast it, he counters it, the Lumbering Falls puts Ali to 1, and the Obnixilus is almost turned off.
Yeah, it can't do anything.
It doesn't have any targets to kill.
Yeah, yeah. See, I don't think Jim realizes that play. Because he can't, if he just attacks Ali, Obnixilus is a dead card.
Well, it can still go down to kill creatures.
Well, if we take a look at Obnixilus really quick, right? If he leaves it at 2,
Oh, it's got a -3, of course.
yeah, it's got a -3, so,
Yeah.
and he can't draw a card with it, so it's literally just a dead card on the battlefield he never has to worry about.
There is a consideration for Lumbering Falls getting it back online again.
Sure.
Not Lumbering Falls, I'm sorry.
Shambling Vent?
Shambling
Sure,
Vent.
sure, okay.
No, Ali has double Shambling Vents in there, and he can activate both of them,
Very true, very true.
which is what he's looking at now.
Well, he's doing what a lot of players do. They kind of lay him out there
Yep.
to see, okay, how many of these can I activate? Do I have any interest in activating a bunch of these?
And there's the island he showed us before.
All right. Shambling Vent's firing up. Where are they going? That's the question. They're going to Jace. All right, Jace down. Ali will gain 4 life. Davis will quickly untap and draw.
And the werewolf should turn into a bigger werewolf
Yep.
here, right?
We should have a transformation here.
In response to the trigger, it looks like Jim wants
Smart.
to go digging. Yeah.
Negate, Prairie Stream, Recruiter.
There's one.
Now the transformation is complete. It's actually a pretty nice turn, because now Jim gets a draw for the turn.
Yep.
Drew Plains. He can attack for 3. Aintrazi is going to fall down to 5. He could play another Recruiter. It's only going to cost a single green. And then he could collect a company. But it looks like maybe he wants to just leave up Lumbering Falls. A lot of different decisions Jim has to make here as Aintrazi will draw. Now you can see Ali's hand at home, just like we can here in the booth. It's all lands. Now Aintrazi will just pass now. Here's Collected Company. Battle resolved. This is the fastest I've ever seen Jim play in my entire life.
Yeah, he's feeling it here. He sees the finish line in sight.
Yeah. Advocate's got to be very attractive. Tireless Tracker is too.
Yeah, those were 2 platinum hits there. The Lumbering Falls gets real big again.
Davis will draw. See, underneath 10 minutes here for these two players. And Davis does not want this to go anywhere near a third game. So Jim's going to take a look to see how many shambling events can you activate, how much life could you potentially gain, do you have good blocks here in this situation, all that jazz. So you see a little communication here between the two players. Jim with a Reflector Mage in hand now, too. Reflector Mage isn't the best card in this matchup, but it's reasonable.
Yeah. It's just another good card he has in reserve here.
Jim will activate. Now we'll see how he wants to attack. Advocate, Lumbering Falls, the Werewolf, and Tireless. Yeah, sure, Tireless Tracker.
Sure.
All right, the Vents here for Aintrazi will go active.
Yeah, the Vents can only do so much here. He'll go up to 9.
Yeah, you put Ali at a virtual 9 with the blocks here. I think that's the easiest way to look at it.
So I can see, one of the Vents trading with the Tireless Tracker and the other chump blocking the Lumbering Falls.
Okay. And then he'll take 7.
Or option B is what he's lining up, just the double chump block.
Okay. So it takes, he's going to take 2 total. He goes up to 9 and then takes 6. So he falls down to 3. Pass that turn back over on Aintrazi. He's going to need a real doozy of a draw. See what it is. Didn't get a good look at it.
We just see this Bant deck always have more spells, more cards in its hand. The Duskwatch Recruit goes just digging and digging. The Tireless Tracker, the Collected Companies. They draw so many cards.
The thing about this Bant Company deck is it can go toe-to-toe with a control deck. This is the second time he's done this.
Yeah.
He played against Shaheen earlier in the tournament.
Yep.
Did the exact same thing. And Ali and Shaheen are playing basically the same deck.
And casting Collected Company into multiple creatures is more than a lot of the creature decks can beat.
Yeah. Aintrazi's going to have to figure out how he wants to block. He's going to start by casting a Foul Tongue Invocation. No Dragon to reveal. Situation here, I think, he's going to go up to 5 and still take more than 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Aintrazi is just going to lose here. That's what it looks like, and he will. As
Yep.
Jim Davis is going to win this match over Ali Aintrazi, 2-0. Bant Company will take care of Esper Dragons, and now our top 8. We could have another rematch between Jim Davis and Todd Anderson.